Video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my god.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
We're not in your mix. We're not in your mix, like ever. We never want to be in your mix. We don't want.
We don't want to party with you.
We don't want to party with you. We don't want anything from you. Half the time we don't even like your makeup. So it's like
Drake doesn't just not understand black culture. He doesn't understand any culture because why does he have a video where he's got a bunch of guns laid out in front of him? Like he's got, mob ties, but he's currently trying to deal with that problem in court.
But you in the videos.
Drake really out here waving real guns in a music video, and the message, crystal clear, it's aimed at Kendrick Lamar. Yep, Drizzy's not just talking slick anymore, he's threatening to shoot straight up. But before the internet could even catch its breath, Pusha T stepped in like a big brother with receipts. Because if anyone knows how to check Drake when he starts acting gangsta, it's Pusha. And let's be real, we thought Drake would have stayed in his lane after catching a major L from Kendrick. But it's 2025, and somehow Champagne Puppy still thinks he's trigger happy.
So where? So what then? So what then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't get shy now.
Drake out here trying to play mob boss again, but the whole act flopped hard. Fans aren't buying the tough guy routine, especially when the same man is out here suing his label because he lost a rap battle and claims they ruined his reputation. Like, how you gone act like a don when you're crying in court papers? But trust nobody came for Drake harder than Pusha T. The legendary Clips finally dropped their first album in 15 years, Let God Sort Him Out, and it's making waves. Not only does it feature a collab with Kendrick that Def Jam allegedly tried to scrub off the track list, but now Pusha spilling the tea on the behind-the-scenes sabotage, and all fingers point to Drake just before the album's release. Pusha fired shots on IG with a message that had fans clutching their phones. Can't nothing stop this greatness. The lies are very telling. The people will never believe these smear campaigns. He didn't say names, but he didn't have to. The post dropped right after the rumor broke that Drake was allegedly paying Shady Pages ones that never even bumped a Clips album just to trash it. The math is mathing, and fans are connecting the dots real quick.
Favorite Twitter pages are being paid to slander Clips the week of their album release. Man, I've been waiting to have a conversation with y'all like this for a little minute. So yesterday, Kirko, a famous page on Twitter, posted Clips' upcoming album, Let God Sort Him Out, has reportedly surfaced online days before its official release, and they turned their comments off. Now, Kirko has posted like when songs leak and stuff, but usually when big albums are about to come out or albums that people are talking about, like Hurry Up Tomorrow, for instance, The Weeknd's album leaked a couple days before the album drop, or some songs leaked at least. And they didn't necessarily post it. So I did find out.
For the past few weeks, Drake's fan base, the Oval Hive, been working overtime on social media, dragging the Clips and calling them everything from washed to irrelevant. One post straight up said, Clips should be ashamed of themselves for dropping the worst rap album I've ever heard. These dudes are pushing 50. This is just sad. Another fan posted, they waited 15 years just to get overshadowed by Justin Bieber, Travis Scott, and Drake at Wireless. That's the opposite of a Coke high, that's a Diet Fizz, and the smear didn't stop there. Push's IG post calling out a smear campaign. Drake's fans instantly clapped back, saying, there is no campaign. No one gives an F about Clips in real life. They haven't since 4 presidents ago. They even joked that the Clips tour couldn't sell 20% of their tickets, claiming they were just crying wolf because the public didn't care. But Push fans aren't letting it slide. They're calling this a distraction play, accusing Drake stans of doing all this barking to pull attention away from the real flop, Drake's latest diss. Over the weekend, Drake dropped his new single, What Did I Miss? A clear response to Kendrick's Not Like Us, which dropped exactly 1 year earlier. But instead of shaking the culture, Drake got dragged. Again, the track is just another Woe Is Me anthem where Drake whines about being abandoned, friends switching sides, and feeling betrayed during the Kendrick beef. But fans ain't buying it. One post on X read, Drake always plays the victim. He's fake. He tries to control people around him and cries when it backfires. Another added, he's got a martyr complex. Kendrick exposed all this in Euphoria. Forget bars, Drake's not built for this battle rap life. And if that wasn't bad enough, fans brought back those PDF allegations, the same ones Drake is suing his own label over, claiming they let Kendrick go too far. But the problem? Drake's own lyrics don't help his case. In What Did I Miss? He raps, she might decide to say no to me now, but say yes to me later. Seriously? With the whole internet side-eyeing him over the certified PDF mess, that bar was wild. Fans were quick to point it out, calling it tone deaf, creepy, and just plain embarrassing. But wait, it gets worse. The music video for What Did I Miss? Drake standing in a backyard, surrounded by a bunch of guns, trying to look like a shooter out of a bad action movie. And social media went nuclear. Fans called it corny, awkward, and low-budget cosplay for clout. Charlemagne was the first to say it out loud on The Breakfast Club, clowning Drake for cosplaying as a shooter and saying the whole thing was just extremely corny.
But I mean, y'all don't think it's extremely corny for him to be in a video surrounded by guns?
No, absolutely it is.
Like,
for sure.
Y'all don't think that's extremely corny?
Yeah. But the song, honestly, it just sounds like another good hit Drake. I mean, a good Drake hit. It don't really sound like.
I don't even know if it's. I don't even know if it's.
I wouldn't
You know
say.
what I mean?
I wouldn't
Like,
say a hit.
It don't.
It's a cool
I mean,
record.
like another Drake,
Like the
single.
vibe.
Like, okay, cool, like a vibey single.
Why
like,
is he in the video surrounded by guns? What is the point?
Because
You want to go to war because you got off the rap battle?
Said nobody cared till they in front of your tombstone. So yeah, what's
I'm
up?
not at him. I'm not mad at it. I just don't love the record. It's a cool record.
you
Why
don't
I
is
just don't
he
love
in
it.
the video surrounded by guns?
It was a reference to something, but I can look up the
Aubrey
reference.
Gun Graham?
Man, he ready to
AR Graham now?
I just-
That's who you are now? You're AR Graham? This record would make a lot of sense if Drake hadn't said nothing for the last year and a half. If he hadn't said a word, no lawsuits, no nothing, hadn't said nothing, he just came out, what did I miss? I didn't know what y'all was on. Like, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. Huh? You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
See, I'm just not. It's cool.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
Huh? What's going on?
You are so, I know that man talk about you in therapy. You are so triggering.
Why y'all that? But why, man? That's just tone deaf. You in a video surrounded by guns. You lost the rap battle. It is what it is. You got your ass handed to you for the past year and some change. Now you back with the choppers. And that's okay. That's just
It's not
y'all
okay.
cool.
Now Drake's fans, ever loyal, tried to flip the script. They're out here saying y'all missed the symbolism in that gun-filled music video. According to them, the guns weren't to make Drake look tough. They were all aimed at him. Yup, 2 snipers positioned on both sides with Drizzy standing tall in the middle. The message? Everyone's coming for me, and I'm still standing on business. Real martyr vibes, if you ask his supporters, but the rest of the internet, not buying it. Critics are saying this is just Drake trying to play victim again while poking the bear, and that bear is Kendrick Lamar. One user on X said, Kendrick is a street dude. He's about that life. Drake is not. Drake's the guy in court saying people use bad words against him while flashing guns in music videos. Another added, how you gonna do medieval rap revenge while playing with props? Then hop on a live stream threatening to shoot somebody? Drake missed big time, and that live stream? Yeah, that one's causing problems too. I saw my Drake pulled up in a box truck for a live stream to preview his upcoming album Iceman. He's rolling through, trying to build hype, but then it went left. A couple of kids on bikes shouted. The B word from Kendrick's not like us trolling him to his face. And instead of brushing it off, Drake snapped. He cursed back and allegedly warned one of the kids they could get shot. But here's the thing, nobody believed him. As always with Drake, even his threats sound like sad love notes. He's out here trying to deliver street bars, but it's performative. It's giving a wannabe villain art. And the more he pushes this narrative, the more fans are asking, why is he acting like a victim while talking like a shooter?
So where? So what then? So what then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't get shy now. We'll fold that up right now. Nerd. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. Blessings. Blessings. Big up yourself.
Oh, and in case you missed it, this whole incident with the live stream, it went down in Toronto, which explains why Drake suddenly turned up the Toronto accent to level 10 that night, trying to sound more local than ever. But let's not get sidetracked, because Pusha T still got his foot pressed all the way down on Drake's neck. Just days before Let God Sort Him Out dropped, Push sat down with GQ and had zero mercy for Drake's lawsuit against over Not Like Us. He told them, "I don't rate him anymore. The suing thing is bigger than some rap tea. I just don't rate you." And then he went deeper, saying it kind of cheapens the art of it. Once we gotta have real conversations about suing and litigation, like, what are we even doing this for? That wasn't just shade, that was a straight up burial. But the drama doesn't stop there. Pusha also revealed that Def Jam tried to censor Kendrick's verse on the Clips track Chains and Whips. Why? Because execs were scared Kendrick would say something wild about Drake. They told Pusha to ask Kendrick to tone it down, but Push said nah. He wasn't about to play corporate referee in the middle of a real rap war. So then Def Jam Push harder, telling Pusha to take the entire track off the album. Again, Push stood his ground and refused. And that's when things got ugly. Def Jam dropped the Clips altogether, cutting T.I.'s just weeks before the album dropped, but Push had a plan. In a sit-down with Elliott Wilson, he opened up and said, Def Jam started nitpicking everything, putting pressure on them to pull Kendrick off or bury the track completely. Instead, Push moved on, and the Clips inked a distribution deal with Roc Nation, flipping the whole situation back in their favor.
And for them to have, you know, the energy of like a censorship level of energy, like, no, we're not putting this out. You stop, you know, talking to my management team.
But Pusha didn't stop there. Oh no, he kept digging that knife in deeper. In the same interview, Push compared this whole drama with Def Jam to his legendary 2018 beef with Drake the moment he dropped The Story of Adidon and exposed Drake for hiding a whole son from the world. Yeah, that moment, the track that shook the internet and left Drake scrambling to rewrite his entire public image. According to Pusha, this new drama feels just like that corporate suits trying to silence the truth, trying to tone down the art for the sake of comfort, and Drake once again hiding behind industry walls instead of facing the smoke directly. The message was loud and clear. Pusha T's not backing down. Whether it's bars, interviews, or label drama, he's going to say what needs to be said. And if Kendrick's gonna come with flamethrowers, Pusha's more than happy to carry the torch with him.
And for me, at that point, I was like, man, this shit reminds me too much of 2018. And reminds me of everything that happened, you know, within that year and a half.
Your battle with Drake.
Right, but I mean, just the censorship of it and the things that, you know, were stopped and halted and verses and so on and so forth. I was like, oh, this is a real situation.
And just when you thought he was done, Pusha T dropped another bomb. In a recent interview on Popcast, he peeled back even more layers of the industry politics that have been swirling since he first went to war with Drake. Push revealed that after dropping The Story of Adidon in 2018, several of his tracks were shelved, straight up buried. No rollouts, no radio, like the industry was punishing him for hitting Drake too hard. And let's not forget that diss didn't just end a rap beef, it shook Drake's entire image. So it's no surprise certain powers behind the scenes might have wanted to clip Push's wings after that. But what does Push do when they try to silence him? He gets louder.
Adidon, or whatever. There were quite a few records that were stopped, put a, you know, like, yo, we're not doing this, or was, you know, just basically shelved. And it was
verses.
Yeah,
for
my
instance, on the
verses.
Pop Smoke album.
Yeah, Pop Smoke. But the telling part was when they would get the lyrics wrong.
Oh, sure.
So it one day I forget what song this was, but there was a Pop Smoke song that definitely was that had bars in it.
By you.
But, yes, but then there was another that didn't, and they thought it did. And I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? Because, you know, you're interpreting something totally wrong.
Pusha tried to move on. He really did. He said after The Story of Adidon, he just wanted to make music and leave all that behind. But when Def Jam tried to pull the same slick move again, this time with chains and whips, he knew it was time to take a stand. According to Push, the label gave him some weak excuse. They claimed they wanted the track pulled because he used the phrase Trump card and they didn't want any drama with Trump himself. But Pusha called BS immediately. He made it crystal clear this had nothing to do with politics. The real reason? They were trying to protect Drake. Def Jam didn't want to deal with two of Drake's biggest ops, Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar, joining forces on the same track. The heat was too much. The pressure was real. And instead of standing behind the art, they folded under industry loyalty. But Push, he stood 10 toes down and refused to be silenced. Again.
In your mind, they were being overly sensitive about you rapping about another artist signed to that label. Drake, a huge artist under the Universal banner. And they were sort of playing referee. He was getting Shea Gilgeous-Alexander calls, is what you're saying.
For sure. For sure.
And at that point, you said, all right, I'll keep it moving. You put out Story of Adidon on SoundCloud instead of commercially. The Pop Smoke verse
that happened.
Removed.
The verses get removed. A couple verses get removed. I move on.
Right.
I just move on musically.
Right.
You know.
So then, fast forward to 2024.
Fast forward, yeah.
Drake and Kendrick do their thing.
Boom.
Drake files a lawsuit.
Boom.
You play them your new song with a Kendrick verse on it.
Boom.
How do they react?
Now, mind you, the energy up to that point is everybody's clamoring, oh, new album's coming, so on and so forth. Excitement. Everybody's ready. Listen, we 10 songs, 11 songs, 12 songs away. I mean, you know, close. We show up with the Kendrick verse, and everything's halted. It's halted. It's said that it will not be put out. They just didn't want to put it out. They would not speak via email.
They didn't want anything in writing.
Yeah, the label would not send emails.
Nothing in writing.
Nothing in writing to my management. They would call my management, 10 times in a row, trying to get all of this, trying to, just plead their case. Mm-hmm. Now, there was nothing even to be, they didn't like the optic, in my opinion, they didn't like the optics.
Of two Drake foes teaming up.
Right.
Yeah. Did there a line they pinpointed?
Censor? They pinpointed a line where the phrase Trump card was used. Mm-hmm. Right? So stupid. Mm-hmm. It's like the phrase Trump card was used, and they said that they didn't want any problem with Trump or something like that as well.
Unrelated to...
Yeah, unrelated.
Totally
even unrelated. Yeah, totally unrelated.
Just a Trump...
Yeah.
A Trump,
yeah.
So you felt like they were... looking for something.
Of course, they were looking for
to halt the optics.
1,000%. That's.
Now Pusha might have tried to downplay it, saying chains and whips isn't even about Drake. But come on, the title alone, that's a shot, a loaded one. Let's break it down. On Drake's track with Jack Harlow, Churchill Downs, he takes direct aim at both Pusha and Kendrick. First, he jabs at Push with, all I hear is plug talk coming from middlemen. Then he takes a swipe at Kendrick with, all I hear is tall tales coming from little men. Whips and chains like a dominatrix. So now, here comes Pusha and Kendrick, linking up on a track called Chains and Whips. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That's a revenge anthem in disguise, subtle, sharp, and strategic. But now the real question is, what's Drake gonna do next? Word is, Drake's prepping to drop his new album, Osman, no date confirmed yet, but he's been teasing it heavily on social media. And here's the twist, after losing the Lyrical war to Kendrick last year, Drake was trying to play it cool. He even dropped that collab tape with Party Nexter, staying in his R&B bag, and folks thought maybe, just maybe, he'd finally accept his lane. But now, Drake's back in villain mode. He's rapping with guns in the background, throwing out cryptic IG captions and hinting that the beef ain't over. He recently posted, I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport where my pen won gold. But these days, the podium's been hard for all of us to ignore. And then he added, I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity. That should answer some questions, especially about the unanswered text you've been sending me. Phew. Between the mystery, the threats, and the unanswered text line, Drake's making it clear Iceman might be his coldest or pettiest move yet, and trust this story's just getting started. Hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next twist in this rap war.